Boost your productivity. The Power of Time Blocking in Action. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Have you ever felt like there's just never enough time in the day? The to-do list keeps growing, distractions are everywhere, and despite working hard, you can't shake the feeling that the things that truly matter are slipping through the cracks. You're not alone. In a world where demands on our attention are endless, most of us feel overwhelmed and stretched too thin. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if you could take control of your day, break free from the chaos, and focus on what really matters? This isn't some distant dream, it's possible, and it starts with a simple yet life-changing strategy: time blocking. Time blocking is more than just a productivity tool, it's a framework for living with intention. It's about designing your day so that every block of time is aligned with your goals and priorities. Whether you want to grow a business, deepen relationships, improve your health, or simply carve out space for yourself, time blocking empowers you to take back control. This book is your guide to mastering time blocking and transforming how you approach each day. You'll learn how to build a system tailored to your unique life, overcome distractions, and turn your intentions into accomplishments. But it's not just about scheduling, it's about changing your mindset, shifting from reactive living to proactive living, and designing a life that reflects your highest potential. No matter your goals, your background, or the challenges you face, time blocking is a tool that works for anyone willing to embrace it. By the end of this book, you'll not only know how to use time blocking, you'll understand how to sustain it as a lifelong habit and unlock the freedom, focus, and fulfillment you've been searching for. Your time is precious. Let's make it count. Chapter 1. The Time Blocking Revolution. Imagine waking up and knowing exactly how your day will unfold, not in a rigid, suffocating way, but in a manner that makes you feel empowered, intentional, and completely in control. Imagine ending the day feeling accomplished, not just busy. This is the promise of time blocking, a tool that has revolutionized the lives of high achievers across industries. Time blocking is not just a trendy productivity hack, it's a shift in how you view and use time. At its core, time blocking is about assigning specific tasks to specific times, turning your calendar into a roadmap for success. Unlike a to-do list, which grows endlessly and offers little guidance on prioritization, time blocking forces you to make intentional choices about what truly matters. It's not just about doing more, it's about doing the right things, at the right time with focused energy. The practice of time blocking has deep roots. Figures like Benjamin Franklin and Elon Musk have used similar methods to manage their time. Franklin famously structured his days with precision, asking himself each morning, "What good shall I do this day?" Musk, on the other hand, is known for planning his schedule in 5-minute increments. These individuals didn't achieve greatness by accident, they mastered the art of aligning their actions with their priorities. What makes time blocking truly revolutionary is its flexibility. Whether you're a business owner navigating endless demands, a parent orchestrating the chaos of family life, or a student striving to balance coursework and activities, time blocking adapts to your unique circumstances. Its power lies in a simple yet transformative principle: you can't take control of what you don't track. Let's break it down. Time blocking begins with a mindset shift. It requires you to move away from reactive living, letting your day dictate your actions, and toward proactive living, where your actions dictate your day. Think of your time as currency. Every minute spent is a minute you'll never get back. Without a plan, it's easy to let those minutes slip away in distractions, interruptions, and low-priority tasks. When you time block, you treat your calendar as sacred. You decide in advance when and how you'll focus on your most important work. For example, instead of vaguely planning to work on the report, you dedicate 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. as deep work, draft report outline. This clarity eliminates decision fatigue and allows you to show up ready to perform. One of the reasons time blocking is so powerful is that it creates accountability. When you see a time block on your calendar, it's a commitment, not to your boss, your clients, or your team, but to yourself. It's a promise to honor your priorities and take ownership of your time. Time blocking also combats one of the biggest productivity killers, multitasking. Research has shown that switching between tasks can reduce productivity by up to 40%. When you block time for a single task, you give yourself permission to focus fully, unlocking deeper levels of creativity and efficiency. Of course, no system is perfect. The goal of time blocking isn't to create a rigid, inflexible schedule. Life happens and plans can change, but even when unexpected events arise, time blocking gives you a framework to adjust. You can move blocks around, prioritize what's urgent, and still stay on track. The beauty of time blocking is its simplicity. Start small. Block 30 minutes tomorrow morning for your highest priority task. Turn off distractions and focus entirely during that time. Notice how it feels to work with intention and clarity. Then, gradually expand your practice. Time blocking isn't just a productivity method, it's a lifestyle that helps you take control of your day, your goals, and ultimately your life. It's a revolution in how you think about time, and it starts the moment you decide to take charge. Chapter 2. The hidden cost of wasted time. Time is a resource we all take for granted. Unlike money, which can be earned and saved, time only flows in one direction. Once it's gone forever. Yet most people treat time as if it's infinite, scrolling through social media, procrastinating on important tasks, or letting hours slip away without realizing the true cost. This chapter is about uncovering the hidden price you pay when your time is unstructured and unmanaged. Consider this: the average person spends over 2 hours a day on social media. That's nearly 14 hours a week, or roughly 728 hours a year. If your time is worth $20 an hour, that's $14,560 of wasted value annually. But it's not just about money, it's about opportunities lost, it's about the projects that remain unfinished, the skills you could have learned, the relationships that could have deepened. The cost of wasted time goes beyond the hours you see slipping by. There's also a psychological toll. The more time you lose to distractions and procrastination, the more overwhelmed and unfulfilled you feel. Have you ever ended a day thinking, "What did I even accomplish today?" That nagging feeling isn't just frustrating, it chips away at your confidence and sense of purpose. Now, think about the ripple effect. When you're reactive instead of proactive, your unstructured time doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you. Deadlines get pushed back, commitments get broken, and relationships suffer. If you're constantly stressed because you're racing against the clock, that stress spills over into your interactions with others. Your family, your colleagues, your clients, they all feel the impact of your unmanaged time. Why does this happen? It's not because people are lazy or unmotivated. It's because modern life is designed to steal your attention. Social media platforms, streaming services, and even email notifications are engineered to keep you hooked. They prey on your brain's reward system, giving you little hits of dopamine every time you scroll, click, or like. These distractions aren't accidental, they're the result of billions of dollars in research into how to capture and hold your attention. But here's the thing, you don't have to be a victim of this system. The first step to reclaiming your time is recognizing how valuable it truly is. Imagine you're holding a $100 bill. Would you casually toss it into the wind and let it blow away? Of course not. Yet, every hour wasted is like throwing away a piece of your life that you'll never get back. To quantify the hidden cost of wasted time, try this simple exercise. Take a piece of paper and write down how much you believe your time is worth per hour. Be honest, what is an hour of your life truly worth? Now, track how you spend your time over the next 24 hours. Write down every activity and how long you spend on it. At the end of the day, calculate how much of your time was spent on meaningful activities versus low-value distractions. The results may shock you. The good news is that this awareness is empowering. Once you see how much time you're losing, you can start to take control. Time blocking is the key to regaining that lost time and using it to create a life that aligns with your priorities and values. When you assign your time to specific tasks, you're telling the world, and yourself, that your time matters. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to design your ideal day. But before we move forward, take a moment to reflect. How much is your time worth to you? What could you achieve if you treated your time with the respect it deserves? Chapter 3. Designing your ideal day. If someone handed you a blank canvas and told you to paint your ideal day, what would it look like? Would it start with a calm morning routine, free from the rush and stress that so many of us accept as normal? Would it include focused work on projects that excite you? Time spent with loved ones? Moments of joy, creativity, or self-care? For many, the answer is a resounding yes, yet few ever take the time to intentionally design their days. Designing your ideal day is the foundation of time blocking. Without a clear vision, time blocking becomes a mechanical exercise. It's not just about scheduling tasks, it's about creating a life that aligns with your values, goals, and priorities. This chapter is your blueprint for crafting days that feel meaningful and productive, days that leave you energized rather than drained. The first step is clarity. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? This question might seem simple, but it requires honest reflection. Start by identifying your top priorities, both big picture and day to day. What are your personal and professional goals? What activities bring you the most joy or fulfillment? Write these down. This list will become your guidepost as you design your day. Next, consider your natural energy patterns. Every person has rhythms throughout the day when they feel most alert, creative, or focused. For some, this might be early in the morning, for others, late at night. Time blocking works best when it aligns with these natural rhythms. For example, if you're a morning person, schedule your most demanding tasks, like brainstorming or problem solving, early in the day. Save less cognitively taxing tasks, like responding to emails, for times when your energy dips. Now let's build the structure. Break your day into blocks of time, assigning specific activities to each block. Think of your day as a series of containers. Each container holds a single focus, whether it's deep work, family time, or relaxation. A well-structured day might include blocks for exercise, meals, focused work, meetings, creative time, and even leisure. Remember, the goal isn't to fill every minute, but to ensure that your time reflects your priorities. For example, a productive day might start with a morning routine block that includes journaling, meditation, or exercise. This sets the tone for the rest of the day. Next, you might have a deep work block for high-priority tasks. After that, a lunch block where you step away from work entirely to recharge. In the afternoon, you might block time for meetings or collaborative work, followed by an evening block for hobbies or family. While structure is important, flexibility is equally essential. Life is unpredictable, and rigid schedules can backfire. Time blocking isn't about perfection, it's about intention. Build buffer blocks into your day to account for delays or unexpected events. If something doesn't go as planned, don't stress. Simply move your blocks around as needed. The magic of this practice is that it shifts your focus from reacting to your day to intentionally creating it. When you time block, you're not just scheduling tasks, you're designing your life. It's a subtle but profound shift that can transform the way you approach time. To put this into action, start small. Tonight, take 15 minutes to plan tomorrow. Identify your top 3 priorities for the day and block time for each. Pay attention to how it feels to have a clear roadmap when you wake up. Over time, this simple habit can snowball into a powerful practice that reshapes your entire approach to productivity. The truth is, no one accidentally creates their dream life. It's built one intentional day at a time. Designing your ideal day is the first step toward aligning your actions with your goals, and when you do, everything changes. Chapter 4. The Anatomy of a Time Block. At first glance, time blocking may seem as simple as putting tasks on your calendar. But effective time blocking goes deeper. It's an intentional process that requires thought, structure, and understanding. A well-designed time block isn't just about scheduling, it's about creating space to focus, work efficiently, and honor your priorities. This chapter explores the key components of a successful time block and how you can build them to fit your life. A time block has 3 essential elements: clarity, purpose, and boundaries. Each element plays a vital role in transforming a generic schedule into a powerful productivity tool. Let's break these elements down. Every time block starts with clarity. It's not enough to write work on project or respond to emails. Vague blocks lead to vague results. Instead, be specific about what you'll do and what you want to accomplish. For example, instead of scheduling workout, you might block run 3 miles or strength training, chest and back. Clarity extends beyond tasks to the purpose behind them. Ask yourself, why is this block important? Connecting your tasks to your goals adds meaning and motivation. If your block is dedicated to writing a report, remind yourself how it contributes to your team's success or advances your career. When you know the why, you're more likely to follow through with focus and commitment. Purpose is what elevates time blocking from mere scheduling to intentional living. When your blocks reflect your true priorities, you'll notice a profound shift in how you approach your day. Start by identifying your most important tasks, often called MITs. These are the activities that have the greatest impact on your goals. For example, if your goal is to build a side business, your MITs might be work on client outreach or create marketing plan. Schedule your MITs during your peak energy hours, those times of the day when you're most alert and focused. Protect this time fiercely. Treat it as non-negotiable, like a meeting with the most important person in your life because it is you. The final element of a time block is boundaries. In today's world, distractions are everywhere: emails, social media, text messages, and the endless demands of daily life. Without clear boundaries, even the best planned time blocks can crumble. Start by eliminating as many distractions as possible during your block. Turn off notifications on your phone and computer. Close unnecessary tabs. Let people around you know you're in focus mode. For tasks requiring deep concentration, consider using tools like noise-canceling headphones or apps that block distractions. Boundaries also apply to the time itself. Set a clear start and end time for each block, and stick to it. If you go over time, you risk throwing off your entire schedule. If you finish early, use the extra time to review your work or take a short break. Either way, honoring the boundaries of your time block builds trust in your system and reinforces your commitment to your goals. Let's say you're preparing for a big presentation. Here's how you might break it into focused time blocks. 9 a.m. 10:30 a.m. Research and outline key points. 10:30 a.m. 10:45 a.m. Break to recharge. 10:45 a.m. 12 p.m. Create slides and visuals. 12 p.m. 1 p.m. Lunch break. 1 p.m. 2 p.m. Practice delivery and refine timing. Notice how each block is specific, purposeful, and supported by boundaries. Breaks are also included to prevent burnout and maintain energy. Like any new habit, mastering time blocking takes practice. Start by blocking just 1 or 2 key activities per day. As you gain confidence, expand your practice to include more areas of your life. Adjust as needed. Time blocking isn't about perfection but progress. With clarity, purpose, and boundaries, your time blocks become more than just calendar entries. They become commitments to yourself, tools for focus, and pathways to your goals. Chapter 5. Battling Distractions and Overwhelm. Imagine this. You sit down to work on an important project. You've blocked the time, cleared your desk, and prepared yourself to focus. But within minutes, you find yourself scrolling through your phone or checking emails. Before you know it, an hour has passed, and you've barely scratched the surface of your task. Distractions are everywhere, and they're the biggest threat to mastering time blocking. The modern world is a minefield of interruptions. Notifications, social media, emails, and even our own wandering minds constantly compete for our attention. These distractions don't just steal minutes, they derail our focus, break our momentum, and leave us feeling overwhelmed. To unlock the full potential of time blocking, you must learn to identify and conquer distractions. Distractions often feel external, like a buzzing phone or a coworker dropping by to chat. But the truth is, many distractions originate internally. Sometimes we seek distractions because we feel resistance toward a task. It might be difficult, boring, or emotionally taxing. Other times our brains crave novelty and stimulation, drawing us away from what we're doing. To battle distractions, you first need to identify your personal triggers. Ask yourself, what tends to pull me away from my work? Is it your phone? Random thoughts? A noisy environment? Awareness is the first step to overcoming these barriers. External distractions are the easiest to address because they often involve environmental changes. Start with these practical steps. 1. Silence your notifications. Turn off alerts on your phone and computer during focus blocks. Use tools like Do Not Disturb mode or apps like Freedom to block distracting websites. 2. Designate a workspace. Choose a spot where you can work without interruptions. If you're at home, communicate to family members that you need uninterrupted time. 3. Set boundaries. Let colleagues or team members know when you're unavailable. Consider putting a sign on your door or using status indicators if you work remotely. 4. Plan ahead. Gather everything you'll need for your task, notes, tools, or resources, before your block begins to avoid unnecessary interruptions. Internal distractions are trickier because they involve your thoughts and emotions. Here's how to manage them. 1. Practice mindfulness. When your mind starts to wander, pause and take a deep breath. Gently guide your focus back to the task at hand. 2. Break down tasks. If a task feels overwhelming, break it into smaller steps. Completing a small part of it can help reduce anxiety and build momentum. 3. Use the 2-minute rule. If you feel tempted to procrastinate, commit to working on the task for just 2 minutes. Often, getting started is the hardest part, and you'll find it easier to continue once you begin. 4. Address your energy levels. Fatigue and hunger make it harder to resist distractions. Take care of your body by eating nutritious meals, staying hydrated, and getting enough sleep. Overwhelm occurs when you try to juggle too many things at once, or face a task that feels insurmountable. Time blocking can help you regain control, but only if you approach it intentionally. Prioritize ruthlessly. Not every task is urgent or important. Use tools like the Eisenhower matrix to decide what deserves your attention. Focus on one block at a time. Instead of worrying about your entire to-do list, concentrate on completing the block you're in. Trust that your schedule will take care of the rest. Include buffer time. Life is unpredictable. Allow room in your schedule for unplanned events or catching up on unfinished tasks. The best way to overcome distractions is to replace them with intention. When you commit to honoring your time blocks, you're sending a message to yourself and others. My time is valuable. With each block you protect, you strengthen your ability to focus and reduce the likelihood of feeling overwhelmed. Distractions and overwhelm are part of life, but they don't have to control you. With the right strategies, you can reclaim your focus and turn your time blocks into moments of true productivity. Chapter 6. Aligning your blocks with your goals. Time blocking is a powerful tool, but its true potential lies in aligning your time with your most important goals. Too often, we fall into the trap of filling our days with tasks that feel urgent but aren't meaningful in the long run. Without intention, even a well-structured day can lead to frustration and burnout. This chapter focuses on ensuring that every block you create moves you closer to the life you want. It's easy to mistake being busy for being productive. When your calendar is packed, you may feel like you're accomplishing a lot. But if your efforts aren't tied to your goals, you're merely spinning your wheels. Productivity is about progress, not activity. Start by asking yourself a simple question. What are my goals? These can be professional, personal, or a mix of both. Maybe you want to launch a business, get in better shape, or spend more quality time with your family. Whatever your goals, write them down. This clarity is essential. Without it, your time blocks will lack direction, and your days will feel scattered. Once you've identified your goals, the next step is to reverse engineer them into actionable steps. Let's say your goal is to write a book. That's a big, intimidating project, but it becomes manageable when broken down. You might start by outlining chapters, then dedicate blocks to researching, drafting, and revising. The key is to break your goals into small, specific actions that you can schedule. If your goals aren't broken down, they'll remain abstract and overwhelming, making it easy to procrastinate. Reverse engineering transforms your goals into a series of achievable tasks, each with its own dedicated time block. Not all tasks are created equal. Some have a high impact on your goals, while others are low-value distractions. To identify your highest priorities, try using the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Look at your to-do list and ask, which tasks will have the biggest impact on my goals? These are the tasks that deserve your prime time blocks. For example, if your goal is to grow your business, tasks like creating marketing content or developing a product take precedence over minor administrative work. Goals often stem from deeper values, things that truly matter to you. Aligning your blocks with your values ensures that your schedule reflects not just what you want to achieve, but who you want to become. For instance, if one of your core values is family, create blocks for undistracted time with loved ones. If growth and learning are important to you, block time for reading or skill building. When your schedule aligns with your values, every day feels purposeful. Even routine tasks take on meaning when you see how they contribute to your bigger picture. Alignment doesn't happen automatically, it requires regular reflection. At the end of each week, review your time blocks and ask yourself, did I spend my time on what matters most? Did my actions move me closer to my goals? What can I improve next week? This practice helps you course correct and ensures that your time blocking evolves with your goals. When you align your time blocks with your goals, something magical happens. You start to see progress, not just in your projects, but in your overall sense of purpose and fulfillment. You're no longer running on autopilot or reacting to external demands. Instead, you're creating a life that's intentional, impactful, and uniquely yours. It's not about perfection. There will be days when things don't go as planned. But even on those days, the simple act of showing up for your priorities will strengthen your commitment to your goals. By aligning your blocks with your goals, you transform time blocking from a productivity tool into a framework for intentional living. The small, consistent steps you take each day will compound into extraordinary results over time. Chapter 7. Flexibility without chaos. One of the biggest misconceptions about time blocking is that it's rigid and leaves no room for spontaneity or unexpected events. Critics often picture a day micromanaged down to the minute, with no breathing room for real life to unfold. But the truth is, effective time blocking isn't about rigid control, it's about creating a flexible structure that empowers you to adapt while staying focused on what matters most. In this chapter, we'll explore how to balance structure with flexibility so that your schedule supports your life rather than controlling it. You'll learn how to build in buffers, adjust to unexpected challenges, and embrace a mindset that allows you to flow with life's unpredictability while remaining intentional about your time. Life is unpredictable. No matter how carefully you plan your day, surprises will happen: an urgent work request, a sick child, a flat tire. If your time blocking is overly rigid, even a small disruption can throw your entire day off track, leaving you frustrated and overwhelmed. This is why flexibility is essential. Think of your time blocks as a framework, not a set of immovable rules. A framework gives you structure and guidance but also leaves room for adjustments. The key is to create a schedule that's both intentional and adaptable, so you can pivot without losing sight of your priorities. One of the simplest ways to build flexibility into your schedule is by using buffer blocks. Buffer blocks are periods of unscheduled time that act as a safety net for your day. They allow you to handle unexpected tasks, catch up if something runs over time, or simply take a breather. For example, if you've blocked your morning for focused work, include a 15 to 30-minute buffer afterward. If your deep work session takes longer than expected, you have space to accommodate it without affecting the rest of your schedule. If everything goes according to plan, you can use the buffer for reflection, relaxation, or even getting ahead on your next task. By incorporating buffers, you create a sense of ease in your day. You're no longer racing against the clock or feeling stressed when things don't go perfectly. Flexibility also means knowing when to reassess and adjust your time blocks. If an unexpected event arises, don't abandon your entire schedule. Instead, take a moment to reevaluate. Ask yourself: 1. What's the most important thing I need to accomplish today? 2. Which blocks can be moved or shortened? 3. Can I delegate or postpone any tasks? For example, if an emergency meeting cuts into your deep work block, you might shift that block to the afternoon or reduce it slightly to fit the remaining time. The goal is to stay adaptable without losing sight of your priorities. Flexibility isn't just a scheduling skill, it's a mindset. It requires letting go of perfectionism and embracing the idea that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Instead of seeing disruptions as failures, view them as opportunities to practice resilience and adaptability. One way to cultivate this mindset is by using the phrase, "It's okay, I can adjust." When your day doesn't go as planned, remind yourself that you have the tools and ability to adapt. This simple mental shift can reduce stress and help you approach challenges with a sense of calm. While flexibility is essential, it's important not to let it turn into chaos. Too much flexibility can lead to procrastination or drifting through your day without direction. To strike the right balance, always come back to your priorities. Use your time blocks as anchors. Even if your day gets disrupted, returning to your blocks helps you stay focused and grounded. For example, if your morning was unexpectedly chaotic, recommit to your next block rather than letting the entire day slip away. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your goals, it means creating a system that works with the flow of life rather than against it. When you build in buffers, adjust with intention, and cultivate a flexible mindset, you'll find that time blocking becomes a tool for freedom, not constraint. By embracing flexibility, you're not just managing your time, you're managing your energy, mindset, and well-being. This balance between structure and adaptability is the key to sustainable productivity and a life that feels both intentional and fulfilling. Chapter 8. Advanced Time Blocking Strategies. By now you understand the basics of time blocking and how to align it with your goals. But what if you could take it to the next level? Advanced time blocking strategies allow you to optimize your time, amplify your results, and make your system even more efficient. This chapter introduces powerful techniques like batching, habit stacking, and reflective planning, designed to help you unlock the full potential of your day. One of the most effective ways to streamline your schedule is through batching. Batching involves grouping similar tasks together and completing them within a single block of time. This strategy minimizes the mental energy wasted on switching between unrelated activities, a phenomenon known as context switching. For example, instead of answering emails throughout the day, designate a specific block, perhaps 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., for email management. Similarly, if you're creating content for social media, batch all related tasks, such as brainstorming, writing, and scheduling posts, into a single session. The beauty of batching is that it creates momentum. When you focus on one type of task, your brain becomes more efficient, allowing you to work faster and with greater focus. Habit stacking, popularized by James Clear in Atomic Habits, is another advanced strategy that pairs perfectly with time blocking. Habit stacking involves linking a new habit to an existing one, making it easier to adopt. For example, if you want to add meditation to your routine, you might stack it onto your morning coffee ritual. After I brew my coffee, I'll meditate for 5 minutes. This concept can be applied to time blocking by creating a sequence of related activities within a block. Consider a morning power hour block where you stack habits like journaling, exercise, and planning your day. By grouping these habits together, you reinforce consistency and build a strong foundation for the rest of your day. Theme days are another strategy used by high performers, such as entrepreneurs and creatives, to streamline decision-making and increase focus. Instead of juggling multiple types of tasks daily, assign specific themes to each day of the week. For instance, Monday might be planning and strategy day, Tuesday could focus on client work, and Wednesday might be reserved for creative projects. By dedicating entire days to specific themes, you reduce decision fatigue and create deeper focus in each area of your life. This strategy is especially useful if your work involves different types of responsibilities. Theme days allow you to dive deeply into each category without the mental clutter of switching between unrelated tasks. Even the most advanced strategies won't be effective without regular reflection. Reflective planning is the practice of reviewing your time blocks and making adjustments based on what works and what doesn't. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to evaluate. Did I honor my time blocks? What went well, and what needs improvement? Are there tasks I need to move or eliminate? On a weekly basis, conduct a broader review. Look at your overall schedule and assess whether your blocks align with your long-term goals. This habit of reflection allows you to refine your system continuously and ensure that your time blocking evolves with your needs. Finally, leverage technology to enhance your time blocking. Apps like Google Calendar, Notion, and Todoist can help you visualize your blocks, set reminders, and track progress. Some apps even allow for color coding, making it easy to see where your time is going at a glance. For example, you might use one color for deep work, another for meetings, and a third for personal time. This visual organization helps you maintain clarity and reduces the cognitive load of managing your schedule. Let's put it all together. Imagine a Monday structured like this: 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., morning power hour habit stacking, journaling, exercise planning. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., deep work block batch creative tasks, writing articles. 11 a.m. to 11:15 a.m., buffer block. 11:15 a.m. to 12 p.m., email management batched. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., client meetings themed day focus. 3 p.m. to 3:15 p.m., reflection and adjustments for the next day. This structure combines multiple strategies, batching, habit stacking, theme days, and reflection, into a cohesive, highly effective schedule. Advanced time blocking isn't about adding complexity, it's about refining your approach and maximizing results. By integrating these strategies into your routine, you'll not only become more productive but also more intentional, focused, and fulfilled. Chapter 9. The Mental Shift for Long-Term Success. Time blocking is more than a tool, it's a mindset. Mastering time blocking requires more than organizing your calendar. It demands a fundamental shift in how you think about time, priorities, and your relationship with productivity. Without this shift, even the best strategies can feel like temporary fixes. but when you reframe your mindset, time blocking becomes a sustainable, long-term habit that transforms how you live and work. The first step in making this mental shift is recognizing that time is your most valuable resource. Unlike money, possessions, or even energy, time is finite. Each day you have exactly 1,440 minutes. How you choose to spend those minutes determines the quality of your life. Most people operate with a scarcity mindset when it comes to time, constantly feeling like there's never enough. But the reality is that it's not about having more time, it's about using the time you have more intentionally. Time blocking gives you the framework to make every moment count. But it starts with treating your time as sacred. To embrace this shift, try this exercise. Imagine your time as a bank account. Every morning, you're given 1,440 time dollars. By the end of the day, that account resets to zero, there's no rollover. Would you spend those dollars mindlessly, or would you invest them in things that matter most? Most people live reactively, letting external demands dictate their actions. Emails, meetings, social media notifications, and other distractions pull them in multiple directions, leaving them exhausted and scattered. Time blocking flips this script. It's a proactive approach that puts you in control. This shift from reactive to proactive living requires a new mindset, one that prioritizes intention over urgency. When you time block, you're not just scheduling tasks, you're actively choosing what deserves your attention and energy. This means saying no to distractions and low-value activities so you can say yes to what truly matters. Another crucial mental shift is letting go of perfectionism. Many people hesitate to adopt time blocking because they fear they won't follow their schedule perfectly. But the goal of time blocking isn't perfection, it's progress. Life is unpredictable, and no schedule will ever be executed flawlessly. What matters is showing up consistently and making adjustments as needed. Even if you only stick to 80% of your blocks, you'll likely accomplish far more than you would with no structure at all. Start by giving yourself permission to make mistakes. View your time blocking practice as an experiment rather than a rigid system. Celebrate small wins and use setbacks as learning opportunities to refine your approach. One of the most effective ways to sustain time blocking is to integrate it into your identity. Instead of thinking, "I use time blocking," shift to "I am someone who values my time." This identity shift creates a deeper connection to the practice, making it feel like a natural part of who you are. When you identify as someone who values their time, you're more likely to protect your schedule, honor your commitments, and prioritize your goals. This mindset also helps you stay resilient when life inevitably throws curveballs. Sustaining time blocking as a long-term habit requires regular reflection. At the end, did I spend my time on activities that align with my goals and values? What worked well this week? What challenges did I face, and how can I address them moving forward? This reflection process reinforces your commitment to the practice and ensures that your time blocking evolves with your needs and priorities. When you shift your mindset, the benefits of time blocking extend beyond productivity. You'll experience greater clarity, reduced stress, and a stronger sense of purpose. You'll start to see time not as a source of frustration, but as an opportunity to create the life you want. This mental shift transforms time blocking from a productivity hack into a lifelong habit. It's not just about managing your time, it's about becoming the person who honors their commitments, lives with intention, and pursues their goals with focus and determination. Chapter 10. Turning intention into accomplishment. Every journey begins with intention. You've learned how to design your ideal day, align your time with your goals, and conquer distractions. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Success comes from consistent action. In this final chapter, we'll bring everything together and explore how to turn your intentions into tangible accomplishments. Many people have big dreams but struggle to make progress because they lack a system to translate those dreams into daily action. This is where time blocking shines. It's the bridge between your aspirations and your results, giving you a step-by-step framework to make consistent progress. Think of time blocking as planting seeds. Each block represents a focused effort to move closer to your goals. Some seeds will sprout quickly, while others take time to bear fruit. The key is to show up every day and nurture them, trusting the process even when results aren't immediately visible. One of the biggest misconceptions about productivity is that success depends on motivation. The truth is, motivation comes and goes, but commitment is what sustains you. When you commit to honoring your time blocks, you create a habit of showing up, even on days when you don't feel like it. For example, imagine you've blocked time to write a chapter for a book. On a highly motivated day, you might write 2,000 words effortlessly, but on a low-energy day, you might struggle to write 200 words. The difference is that the committed person shows up regardless, knowing that progress, no matter how small, builds momentum. Consistency is the secret to turning intention into accomplishment. When you follow your time blocks regularly, you build trust in yourself and your system. You start to see patterns in how you work best, identify areas for improvement, and refine your approach. Consistency also compounds over time. A single focus block may not feel transformative, but a month, or a year, of consistent time blocking can completely change your life. It's the cumulative effect of small, deliberate actions that leads to extraordinary outcomes. Even with the best system, you'll face resistance. Procrastination, self-doubt, and distractions will try to pull you away from your blocks. Overcoming resistance requires both strategy and mindset. Start by acknowledging resistance as a natural part of the process. It doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're human. When resistance arises, remind yourself why the task is important and focus on taking the first small step. Often simply starting is enough to break through. Another powerful tool is reframing your mindset. Instead of thinking, I have to do this task, shift to, I get to do this task. Gratitude transforms resistance into opportunity, making even mundane tasks feel meaningful. Turning intention into accomplishment also means recognizing your progress. Celebrate both big and small wins to reinforce positive habits and keep yourself motivated. At the end of each week, reflect on what you've achieved. Ask yourself, what worked well, and how can I build on it? What challenges did I face and how can I improve? What am I proud of this week? Reflection not only helps you stay on track but also deepens your sense of fulfillment. When you see how your time blocking practice is transforming your life, it strengthens your commitment to continue. Time blocking is more than a productivity method, it's a way of living with intention. It's about choosing how you spend your days instead of letting life happen to you. It's about aligning your actions with your values and goals, creating a life that feels purposeful and fulfilling. By turning intention into accomplishment, you're not just achieving goals, you're building a life that reflects your highest potential. Every block you honor, every distraction you overcome, and every goal you achieve is a testament to your commitment to living intentionally. As you move forward, remember that perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Time blocking is a journey, and like any journey, it will have its challenges. But with the tools, mindset, and strategies you've gained, you're equipped to navigate them and create a life you're proud of. Your time is your most valuable asset. Use it wisely. Show up for your goals, honor your priorities, and trust in the process. Because when you turn intention into action, there's nothing you can't accomplish. Take care and be well.